Hello, I'm Mitra Sorrells in the PhocusWire studio with Sudheer Reddy. He is founder and CEO at TripGain. Welcome.
Hi Mitra. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's great to see you.
Yes.
So I have heard you say that traditional travel booking is fundamentally broken. What has caused you to come to that conclusion? Was it something specific or an internal frustration?
Yes. So when we started our company in 2018, we built the traditional travel and expense solution. Think of something like Concur, right? And then once the users started using it, we found that they were really frustrated with the number of forms that we show them, and the kind of screens, the old school screens, right? We were part of the problem, but then soon we realized that this has to change. And that's when we thought of building the AI-based Copilot for end users.
Okay.
And that's why we feel that fundamentally it's broken, because every new customer that you go, right, the learning curve is very steep. With conversational interface, there's literally zero learning curve. So they can just anywhere in the world, any employee, any organization, they can get started in days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a bit more then about AI. Everybody seems to be talking about AI in travel.
Of course.
Many of the implementations we hear about do really feel just like a glorified chatbot.
Yes.
So what is your take on where the industry actually is versus where it says it is?
So you see the LLMs and the generative AI have come a long way, right? But most companies who are entering into the chatbot interfaces, they don't really understand the deep pain points of the users, and they're not from the industry as well, right? What they do deliver is a great interface, but then it's just a chatbot. The way we differentiate and the way we deliver is that we actually execute the bookings. We actually execute the bookings and cancellations and changes, and also we finish it off with expenses. So being in the industry and solving real problems with generative AI, I think it's right there. In the next couple of years, I believe this will be the gold standard. Every single person, every single organization will move on to conversational things, but then they do expect outcomes and not just suggestions. Yeah.
Okay. So, there certainly are many companies in the corporate travel and expense management space that are adding AI features.
Sure.
So help me understand why what you're doing is different.
Sure. Most enterprise customers today, what they do is that they either try out a single TMC or a single travel agency, or then their employees book themselves, right? The way we differentiate ourselves is that we bring a vast amount of inventory directly into our product, and we are vendor agnostic. So when I say vendor agnostic, what I really mean is that we are able to plug in any source. So for example, if a large organization, large enterprise, they have their own custom contracts with hotels, or they have custom contracts with a car rental company, which is not tied to a TMC, we bring that content also into our product. So we are really vendor agnostic and completely a platform. It's a platform play, basically.
Okay, so then help me understand, if you're vendor agnostic, that means you're not taking a cut of the bookings like a traditional TMC.
Yes.
So tell us a bit more about how you're making money long term.
See, the entire model is broken because if you look at it, the travel agencies or TMCs, they optimize for profit. They optimize for their own benefit, and they never care about the end customer's experience as well as the end customer's benefit, right? So when you are truly vendor agnostic, which means you are truly care about the end customer, which is the enterprise. Right, so that's what differentiates us, and that's how that's how the industry will move. So for us, it's a pure SaaS play, which means that we don't influence the end users to actually book content of a specific vendor.
Okay.
Right. So that way, we always work towards along with the enterprise customers. So that's how we we see ourselves, and that is the reason we only charge per user per month. It's basically outcome based pricing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, one other question related to AI. Of course, we know that, hallucinations are still a problem.
Of course.
How are you thinking about that, and how are you preventing the Copilot tool that you have from potentially booking someone on a flight that doesn't exist or a hotel that doesn't exist?
Okay, great. That's a great question, and it's pretty close to my heart as well, because we are technologists. The founders are technologists, and we are execution oriented founders, right? So the way we use any new technology is along with our deep industry knowledge, the kind of data that we have over the past 8 years, right? So we solve hallucinations with a finite state machine model. Like we know exactly, what kind of data we need to train the AI bot on, and it is all legitimate data. We keep cleaning up the data from time to time so that the data is always solid, and AI is only a layer on top of the data that we have.
Okay.
So it's always legitimate, and we have put checks and balances to avoid hallucinations as well.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Sudheer Reddy from TripGain, thank you
Thank
so
you
much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.